Hello, and happy Friday, Detroit. What's going on? This is Aaliyah Moore. Sometime as always, I will not be on here long at all on this beautiful Friday. It's a little not so sunny today, but it's still a beautiful day. I am at Northwestern High School, one of Detroit Public Schools Community District's high schools. The community and alumni fought so hard to get this name put back on this building. So there it is, Northwestern. But now here's another fight. Northwestern is part of the 12 schools. As I said before, this is Aaliyah Moore. I did think I said that already, but coming from Detroit Public Schools Community District, I'm at Northwestern. Sadly, Northwestern is one of the 12 schools. If you all follow my lives, I've been to Crockett Midtown, I've been to David Aerospace, and now I am at Northwestern. Northwestern currently has 291 students. They are utilizing 22% of this building. Their enrollment before COVID, give or take 2017, 2018, was around 482 children. We have now dropped down to 291. So the alumni, the community that fought so hard to keep the name, now you have to fight to keep, there's options though. Dr. Nikolai Vitti, the superintendent, as he is discussing these 12 schools that cannot sustain themselves, the recommendation for Northwestern from Nikolai Vitti is the following, and I'm reading it, but I'll break it down. He wants to conduct analysis for schools or co-locations or schools within a school model to reduce operation costs. So basically, looking at other schools to potentially, if they're smaller schools, to shrink them in throughout the location in this neighborhood or in this area, and create a central Durfee type of school. So basically, if anybody does not know, sorry for the loud in the back, y'all. I'm on West Grand Boulevard, but Central Durfee is currently a K through 12 building. So Northwestern could potentially be a K through 12 building. Nikolai Vitti also suggested to continue to prioritize enrollment support to focus on re-enrollment. They said primarily there's a low re-enrollment rate at this school that's driving the enrollment down. So basically, people are coming here maybe 1 or 2 years and they're not coming back, or they're coming for a semester or whatever, but they're not staying. So that is a problem. Why are they not staying? Is it administrative? Is it the program that's offered? Is it, the culture and climate? It could be many factors, but long story short, they are not coming back. So, or his last recommendation, Dr. Nikolai Vitti, is to accelerate high school redesign plan to improve program offering. So basically what I just said, either they're not offering too much, they don't have enough staff for the small children that they have, 291 in this huge building. That goes back to one of my other lives. Things change, the demographics of the environment and the neighborhood change. And so this causes that, people have also left charters. And that is another key thing that Detroit must know. This board and Dr. Nikolai Vitti, their priority is not to increase high school people. They're not interested. They're not going to really put in effort to try to bring middle school children back, high school children back to this district, because our superintendent does believe people have made up their mind by that time and decided, they're going to keep their children in charter or private or wherever, not DPSCD. And as a parent, I just don't think that's true. You know, it might be true for some people, but some people I know have left this district because things weren't offered. So if you offer more things, which is the district catalog in a whole, then, you know, you can attract students. People will pull their kids back out of a charter school if what? Things are offered. So, I mean, we got all this money. I could go on and on about the COVID money that's pretty much gone, you know, but we got these grant money, you know, we have grants, we have sponsors. So it's like, you know, you could tag team to at least, you know, broaden your catalog and bring some of these kids back in, just like with David Aerospace. I had no idea that they offer those drone licenses to our students. Why isn't that highlighted? Whatever this school specializes in, whatever Crockett specializes in. It was a public commenter that said, not public comment, I'm sorry, but a Facebook viewer that said, hell, Crockett is right in the medical area. So, you know, it's really no excuse why that school isn't thriving. You know, anytime we have suburban parents that drive their children to some of our DPS schools, you could and will have parents come back to this district that live in Detroit if you do the right thing, which is broaden the catalog. In my opinion, hire more attendance agents, really see where these kids are going. And, you know, a host of other things. But, you know, as I said before, Detroit, I will continue to say it throughout the summer. And until I complete the list, I will show you all all 12 of these schools so that you can get a visual. You know, things are not like how they used to be, of course. You know, change is inevitable. One of the emergency managers told us that. But it's true, you know what I'm saying? Because back in the day is back in the day, but, you know, Northwestern, all these high schools was booming. But so was our city, you know, and it is a comeback, as they say. Our, population in the city, people are coming back. And things are just going to continue to change and become different to accommodate, I'm going to say, whoever's coming back, you know, and the environments and the neighborhoods are going to reflect sooner or later what's coming back and how, you know, the new demographics are going to be for the city. So it's just important for us to keep our eyes open on what's going on. I'm breaking up. Girl, I deleted apps and everything from my phone. I'm trying my best. I'm going to end up having to break down and get a phone. But I'm not going to make this short, long and talk y'all ear off. But like I said, thank you for letting me know I'm breaking up too. Sunshine, thank you so much. But yeah, I just wanted to come back and let you all know. So lastly, about the teachers' contracts, like I said, teachers, I don't know what to really say. I do encourage you all to do whatever you need to do to try to get what you feel you deserve. This is a tentative thing, so I'm told are y'all in the voting process or what right now? Despite what media has already put out there and, you know, that y'all is a goal and it's a victory and whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's up to you all, but I can clearly see the division amongst teachers, and you can clearly see it on social media. And something that really kind of was very disheartening to me, there was a male teacher. And, you know, Facebook, social media, you got a right to your opinion. You got a right to say and feel whatever. But it's like, you know, he's a teacher. He's going to be making $96,000, which is okay, good. Yes. But it's like he's telling everybody else, hell, I'm going to be making 96. Hey, y'all, why y'all complaining the VD and the board? Y'all need to be complaining the Lansing. Because they, VD is they only get kibbles and bits trying to run that. Excuse me, sir? What if you weren't getting 96 and your colleague was? Did you feel the same way? When you feel slighted some kind of way, sir? Don't justify that. Teachers don't justify people getting pay raises, including yourselves and leave out your coworkers. Even with the ESC population, yes, the increase was big for them, but it's a heavy load on the ESC teacher. But at the same time, I've talked to general ed teachers that have to have these students in their classes the majority of the time, and a small portion of the day those children are getting pulled and getting those resource ESC teachers for some cases. So unity, solidarity, you're not gonna get 100%, but there's always going to be those type of people, and as long as we kind of minimize those type of people and try to focus on, the unity of the union and the unity of these teachers, but the division, the rise and conquer, and the division of these pay scales and the perks and the treats of being favorites is alive and well in this district. And lastly, until they improve the culture and climate of central office and the school board itself, don't try to overall change the culture and climate that's going to trickle down in these buildings, because you all ultimately, the board, Nikolai Vitti, are creating the blueprint for the culture and climate. You can't control every building and every situation, but just like with Thurkel, Schultz, Crockett, other schools, Ronald Brown, all of these schools that have reported this bullying and this intimidation and this retaliation, it's not going to change, and it's not going to get any better, because the motto is central office and Dr. Nikolai Vitti and the board. I always say in my videos, I don't expect perfection, but we don't expect perfection, but it should look a lot better than what it does. And, teachers, DPS staff, you all need to take those slides serious that I put up, and I'm going to put them up again, because this will be the new motto for the culture and climate if the board is okay with this. And just remember, I think my live broke up, but when I was talking about Sonia Mays being the treasurer, but also being a part of emergency management for the city, she knows how to penalize the squeaky wheel. That's her goal, is to penalize the squeaky wheel, whether it is my impression in the meeting listening to her. She don't care who it is, whether it's a stakeholder, whether it's a staff member. Shut up and take what we giving you, or there will be consequences and repercussions. Sonia Mays. And she said she's going to have an offline conversation with Dr. Vitti about that to fix this problem. So, hey, I believe she's up for election. There are also 2 other seats. But it's up to us, Detroit, as with all of this that's going on. So be safe. Enjoy your Friday. Look out for these schools. Happy summer school week for these teachers and staff that started summer school this week. Same for the students. These bridge programs, regular summer school, just enjoy your weekend, get ready for the holiday. But yeah, Detroit, this is what it is. If you all are comfortable with this building potentially being a K through 12, hey, that's where their vision is. On top of, trying to expand and bring programs, but then that costs money. You have to hire teachers. And that is not as Dr. Vitti says, that's not a one-time cost. That's going to be reoccurring. So they have to find funding to do that. So happy Friday, and I will see y'all shortly.